never driven an 18-wheeler, but I would imagine it would be a lot tougher to drive one of those than it is to drive a standard car or truck. And if you've ever witnessed an accident involving an 18-wheeler, you know it can be quite different from other types of traffic accidents. David Greene from Greene and Phillips law firm has handled a number of cases involving 18-wheeler accidents. Now, from your standpoint, what makes this type of accident different from other types of accidents that you've handled?
Well, the weight of the truck. That's very important. You're talking about a vehicle that's 80,000 pounds. So that may be as many as 20 times the weight of your vehicle. So if you're driving a 4,000-pound vehicle, which is about average, you're talking about a vehicle that's many, many more times heavier than what you're actually driving. So the impact alone can be phenomenal.
Absolutely. Now, if someone is involved in an accident with an 18-wheeler, what steps should he or she take medically and also legally?
Well, number one, make sure they call 911. We always talk about it's important to make sure the authorities are there, make sure a report is filed, make sure the authorities come out. Call 911, follow through with any medical treatment, follow up with your doctor, and then make sure that you call a personal injury lawyer to understand your rights before you talk to the insurance company.
Now, how would a personal injury lawyer be able to help someone who's involved in this type of accident?
Well, they can help guide you through the process, understanding how to say things, not what to say, but how to say things. Insurance adjusters a lot of times ask questions that may hurt your case.
Yeah.
We've talked about that many times. Alabama is a contributory negligence state, and so many times if you're found to be 1% at fault, then there's no recovery. Even though you may be hurt very badly, you might not be able to recover anything.
Now, I mentioned that you personally have handled a number of cases like this. So tell us about some of the investigative measures that you have taken in some of the cases to handle and make sure that your clients get all the benefits that they deserve.
Well, we send out investigators to the scene. We have investigators that work for us. We have engineers that work for us. They go out and take photographs of the scene. That's so important. And take photographs. If you can take a photograph of the scene, do it yourself. If you can't, we can send someone out and do that. They can take measurements. They can do calculations. But one of the other things is an ECM download. Engine control module downloads can be taken from the 18-wheeler. We can determine the speed and impact, the speed at 2 or 3 minutes before impact.
Wow.
It makes a huge difference in proving your case.
How often do 18-wheeler cases go to trial?
Well, most of the time they don't, because if you have a good law firm, which in Mobile there are many good law firms that know how to do this type of case, many times they do not, probably 2% of the time.
Wow. I would think they would go to trial more than that.
About 2% of the time.
Only 2%. All right,
right.
so a lot of really good information. And the lawyers at Greene and Phillips have been handling cases involving 18-wheeler accidents since the late 90s, and they've gotten settlements ranging from $100,000 to millions of dollars. So if you were involved in an accident with an 18-wheeler and you need some guidance, you can get it with a quick call to Greene and Phillips.